Hi guys, and from UK Fountain Pens, I wanted to talk to you about this, the Tibaldi Bononia Vintage or Limited. It's available in blue, green, or a kind of cherry red pink colour, all with gold trim, although it's actually not a particularly yellow gold. There's a point for comparison. This pen is very different to the Tibaldis I've reviewed before. For starters, it's a piston filler. It also has an absolutely stunning gold nib with a plastic feed this time. It also has a unique design in that the threads are on the end, much like on an Oldwin Classic, for example. So Tibaldi coming out with not a cartridge converter, not a steel nib, and it's priced at £430, which is at the higher end, obviously compared to their normal 160-ish pounds, but very comparable with other pretty Italian piston fillers, and certainly undercutting the likes of Mont Blanc. So I absolutely adore this pen, actually. It really does everything well. I think it's a great size and shape. I find it really comfortable because there's no interruption at all in the barrel. You can hold it wherever you like. It's got a nice curve to it. The resin is this very pretty cracked, flecked blue colour, which has got a bit more green in it than you're probably seeing on the video here. It's got the usual Tibaldi handsome sword clip, triple rings on the cap band, and as I said, it won't focus on this camera, but check out my Instagram for some close-ups of this beautiful bicolour nib, which looks incredibly retro. I got it in a medium on loan from Iguana Cell. I probably would have picked the fine because the medium is quite wide. It flows a nice wet smooth line with no softness to it that I can really discern, but it's a great writer, and it just sits so well in the hand. It's nice to have a piston filler. It makes it feel that bit more premium, and my usual thing, the cap comes off, or the clip lines up nicely with the cap engraving, and the cap comes off in 3/4 of a turn. So from my perspective, it's a pretty comfortable, good writing and practical pen that you could use every day. It doesn't dry out, which is another thing that usually bothers me. And actually, I haven't got a bad thing to say about this pen. I love it. What I'm probably going to do is beg Iguana to sell it to me, and maybe ask them for a fine nib version, which would make it perfect in my eyes. There are two things that bother me about it. One is the gold trim, and it's gold trim on all three colour versions. I don't think it looks bad at all with the blue, but I think it would look even nicer with silver trim. The other thing that bothers me is the cap lip is a tiny bit sharp on the inside. It hasn't been sort of fully softened and polished down. That's it. There is nothing else about this pen that bothers me at all. I think it's an absolute home run. Like I said, 430 quid from Iguana Cell, and I think you'd be very pleased if you picked up one of these. Certainly a few folks from Instagram have pinged me saying they own one and love it just as much. So do check this out. Lesser known model, really great. Let me know what you think. And look out for a full written review on UK Fountain Pen at some point in the future. Cheers.